Almost everyone is familiar with sustainable living, but what if I told you you could opt for a greener alternative even after death? Deciding what should be done with your remains is a deeply personal matter, and new options don't arise all that often. But a procedure called human composting is the hot new burial alternative. Let's understand what this procedure is actually all about. In human composting, a person's remains are turned into usable soil. When someone dies, laying-in ceremonies are arranged, which are quite similar to the traditional funerals. The body is placed in a specially designed vessel and surrounded with natural materials like wood chips. The perfect environment is then created for microbes and beneficial bacteria to thrive by controlling carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and moisture levels in the vessel. These microbes, assisted by mechanical steps, transform the remains into soil. Non-organic matter, like dental implants, are sorted out before the soil is tested. The deceased loved ones can then take the entire product or a smaller portion home. They can use it to grow plants in their gardens and backyards, while unwanted soil is donated to the local forest conservation efforts. The soil, on one hand, is very sacred and special to the family members of the deceased, but on the other hand, it's just soil which returns to the earth in a meaningful way. Advocates of human composting believe it can help slow down the climate crisis by reducing greenhouse gases produced during cremation. For every person who chooses this process over conventional ones, 1.2 tons of carbon dioxide is prevented from entering the atmosphere, and the soil produced is fertile and provides proper nutrition to the plants. California, for that matter, recently became the 5th American state to legalize human composting. Other states include Colorado, Oregon, and Washington. New York is expected to be next in line. Recompose, a Seattle-based funeral home, is at the forefront of this movement. It has composted over 200 people so far. Around 1,200 more have signed up to make monthly payments towards the final cost. Though greener, human composting is a costly affair. It costs around $7,000, including the pickup, composting, and soil donation. That is generally more expensive than direct cremation, but cheaper than burial. However, human composting faces a few hurdles, and most funeral homes might not be quick enough to adopt the practice. And once a permit is issued after someone's death, direct cremation can be done the same day. A burial typically takes 3 to 5 days, but human composting can take up to 4 months. Another challenge is not everyone is eligible for human composting. Most harmful pathogens are destroyed in the process, but there are 3 rare diseases that disqualify our body from being composted. These are Ebola, tuberculosis, and diseases caused by a type of abnormal transmissible pathogenic agent. The procedure has its complications, but it is fast gaining popularity. Some say that knowing their body or that of their loved one will be able to return to our planet is deeply comforting. After all, seeing your loved ones turn into flowers is much better than leaving flowers on their graves. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.